Vessel containment procedures. Due to the widespread knowledge of the base anonymous properties of SCP-4255, it has been given the secondary classification of a cracked vial uncontained anomaly. In order to suppress further information of SCP-4255, Procedure Yale 2 has been created. Procedure Yale 2 occurs as follows. Annually on 12 p.m. UTC, November 2nd, memetic agents are implemented into all forms of media, including television programs, new works of literature, Foundation front accounts on social media websites, and various forms of performing and visual arts. These memetic agents are designed to implant false memories into parents or guardians of any child who celebrates the holiday Christmas. These memories include the purchasing of gifts that will be given to their children by SCP-4255 on December 25th and placing said gifts on that night by SCP-4255. Any individuals which have been unaffected by memetic treatment described above are to be located and manually treated. Starting on 8 p.m. UTC, December 24th, 2 unarmed military aircrafts are to locate, track, and follow all temporal versions of SCP-2555 and make note of any noticeable change in behavior from SCP-4255. Lethal force is not permitted when interacting with SCP-4255. When all versions of SCP-4255 have vanished, all Foundation interference is to cease. After 12 UTC, December 25th, social media to be tracked for any images of or accounts with SCP-255 and images or conspiracy theories centered around Procedure Yale 2. Any offending pieces of information are to be labeled as hoax or erased. The publishers being located, treated to Class A domestics. In extreme cases, all viewers of any information described above are to be treated with Class A amnestics, with all social media being cleansed of any information on SCP-4255 or Procedure Yale 02 that these cases could spawn. Efforts to partake in a secondary interview with SCP-4255 are to be attempted as SCP-4255 seems to possess valuable information on controllable temporal anomalies and on the historical future of the human race. Description: SCP-4255 is a humanoid male with aged appearance, approximately 1.4 meters in height and 150 kilograms in weight. SCP-4255 appears to be in his 60s to 70s. However, Reports of SCP-4255 manifestations have date back to 400 AD. SCP-4255 possesses an appearance similar to the traditional attire of the character Santa Claus, along with the red and gold ornate sleigh that this character is known to be present and designated SCP-42551. SCP-42551 is capable of flight via unknown means and is able to travel at speeds approximately 100 kilometers per hour, with SCP-4255 remaining inside SCP-4255-1 during the flight, even when scientifically impossible. SCP-4255-1 is drawn by 8 cervidae animals resembling Ranverse tangerus, although infrared scanned so that these do not possess any heat signatures, and is currently unknown if these are living organisms. SCP-4255 manifestations periodically occur at 8 p.m. UTC, December 24th each year, during which SCP-4255 will appear somewhere approximately 1 kilometer in the air above the Earth's surface in SCP-4255-1. SCP-4255 and or SCP-4255-1 appear to possess the ability to generate a small-scale temporal anomalies. During its appearances, many as 294 versions of SCP-4255 are present across the globe at once, with many versions possessing visual differences that have not yet occurred to SCP-4255 from a linear standpoint. SCP-4255 manifestations always follow a similar pattern of events after its initial appearance. SCP-4255 will land on the roof or near a household of individuals that celebrate the holiday Christmas, regardless of religious background, and will use its temporal abilities to enter the household. SCP-4255 will then produce a multitude of wrapped gifts and toys, with number of gifts given vary from child to child. It is also of note that SCP-4255 has a significant understanding of the likes and dislikes of each child on Earth, with presents given having a 82.56% accuracy rate compared to what the children would like to have received for a gift at that time. All recorded gifts have been non-anonymous, with SCP-4255 actively avoiding giving of gifts a child wants if it could be classified as anonymous. SCP-4255 will repeat this pattern until all children who celebrate Christmas on the planet have received at least one gift from it. Attempts to approach SCP-4255 4255 or SCP 42551 in an effort to capture either anonymity on the ground or sky has resulted in failure, with SCP-4255 using its temporal abilities to evade capture. Addendum 455-1. Before an SCP-4255 manifestation on the year 2018, several houses of Foundation personnel were equipped with audio transmission devices, which was then used to make official direct contact with SCP-4255 for the first time on record. Queen Log 4255-1 interviewed SCP-4255. Interviewer Researcher Mira. Begin log. Researcher Mira. Hello, can you hear me? SCP-4255. Who is this? Researcher Mira. This is Researcher Charlotte Mira. I come from an organization with SCP-4255. The SCP Foundation. They told me I'd run into you guys today. Aren't you the people always railing in those sets? Those things are fucking loud up close, you know. Researcher Mira. The SCP Foundation, yes. Who do you mean by they? SCP-4255. Oh, well, it's probably going to mess up time and cause some butterfly effects, but they told me to tell you guys this for some reason. Well, they're called the U.S. Department of Criminology. Pretty stupid name if you ask me. Criminology. Sounds like the most sci-fi-est thing ever. Pauses. What year is it right now? I want to make sure I don't say anything too major. Researcher Mira, 2018. SCP-4255. Oh god. Well, they said there are some government branch that keeps check over time travel and stuff. And well, they sort of forced me to do this. I like to go find stuff from the past and, well, take it. I had one Hitler's paintings before, a block from those pyramids that were in Africa, you know, stuff like that. Researcher Marana. I'm afraid I don't quite follow. What does this have to do with you well-being? SCP-4255. I'm getting to that. Just give me a second. So one day, some government cronies came and took me away. I thought I was being careful. I did. I guess not careful enough. Probably have some way to detect time travel. Anyway, they told me I had to do this. Looked like I got off easy, but then got boring after a while. Been doing this for pauses. 2.5 years, one Christmas every day. Researcher Mir. Pauses. I see. So do you have a real name then? SCP-4255. Stan Klein. I haven't been born yet. Laughs. That's always a weird thing to say. You probably know me as Santa Claus or something like that. Ugh, you tell a kid your name in the 5th century and the half-deaf little tells everyone your name is in a mocking tone. Santa Claus, I hope some crazy government shoots me out of the sky so I can get this hell over with. Laughs. Researcher Mir, if you're a time traveler, then when are you from? SCP-4255, 2099. Researcher Mir, huh, well then, how do you have such a good understanding of each child's wants for the holiday? Is it some sort of future technology? SCP-4255, not sure I can tell you that. I've already caused enough paradoxes with this one interview already. Wait a second, are you guys going to put this in a document or something? Researcher Mir, yes, this will be logged in SCP-4255. Shit, that's how they knew. They read this damn log. Researcher Mir, excuse me? SCP-4255. I ain't saying anything else. SCP-4255 uses a temporal anomaly to vacate the area in SCP-4255/1. End log. Closing statement. SCP-4255 refused all efforts to cooperate with questioning after the events of this interview, instead yelling obscenities at interviewers when attempting to questions were made. No records of a Stan claim matching SCP-4255's description have been found. Addendum 4255-2. On September 4th, 2097, the Foundation Department of Chronology was formed after discovery of replicatable, controllable, shareable, non-linearly true time was discovered. After parallels between SCP-4255's described host organization and the newly formed department were made, Stan claimed a man-matching physical description of SCP-4255 was tracked and placed into Foundation custody. It was later found that Klein had access to a temporal anomaly, allowing him to travel through time non-linearly. To avoid a possible CK-class reality reconfiguration scenario or PT-class paradoxical time breakdown scenario, the Foundation is to give Klein the full capabilities to perform the actions of SCP-4255, along with the recorded appearance of SCP-4255, a large sleigh built to the specifications of SCP-4255-1 was created using several anomalies, making it capable of controllable flight along with the sleigh, and Klein being equipped with devices designed to create small-scale temporal anomalies. 8 heat-resistant models resembling the now extinct Ranger Tornadus were attached to the front of the sleigh in a manner that suggests they are pulling the craft behind them. Gifts given are to be produced by the BTK AI, Beta Temporal Knowledge Artificial Intelligence Unit, an AI created by the Foundation that uses time anomalies to know all information from crossed line a time frame, while the BTK AI unit currently only knows information up to 20 blank. This number is expected known to change at a rate that will be constant enough for Klein to fulfill his duties. All other information into the BTK AI unit is classified. It is currently unknown when Klein will finish his duties as SCP-4255. Klein will finish his role as SCP-4255 on the Christmas of the year 21 blank.